Hello, welcome. I had a little couple technical difficulties, so welcome. We're going to paint Magical Cat today. Hi, welcome. All right, my name is Maya. Welcome to my art studio. Today we're going to paint Magical Cat. I have a couple versions here. Orange, you could even do purple. I think purple would be a lot of fun too. And I have blue here. And today I'm just going to be painting on watercolor paper. Happy Halloween, by the way. And I don't know, I didn't schedule my live correctly, so hopefully you'll catch it on the replay. That'll be fine. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I can move you down here. And okay, so we have our Halloween cat. And we're going to start with the background and the sky. So we're going to start with white and then go with dark blue or whatever color you want. The orange, the purple, that's when you would incorporate this. And then a little darkness, maybe some black. So right now I have white, blue, and black. And then on the side I have orange and yellow for a little bit later. Okay. I do have a tracer. If that makes it easier for you, I'm just going to kind of gauge where my moon is and show you step by step how easy these shapes actually are. Okay, so I'm going to load up my brush on the front and the back and go ahead and make like a moon, a circle shape, just a circle. Can't really see the white there quite yet. And then I'm going to grab some more white paint on my brush and a little bit of blue. And I'm going to go a little bit outside my white and just keep going around. You don't want to go into that middle circle quite yet. You want to keep going around until most of the paint is off your brush. There you go. And grab some more white and go on the very edge, still not really on the inside. You're just going to go around in a circle. And see these lines? It makes a great effect when you have that streaking. It's kind of like a moonlit sky. I don't know if this is disturbing, like having me not really on camera, so I'm just going to turn that circle off for right now. And we'll go back and forth here. Add a little bit more blue. And you'll see here that it's only about a third of the way down the hill. So we're kind of going to go blue all the way down just to cover our bases. Okay, so the white and blue. If you need to dip your paintbrush in the water just to get a little bit of wet, that's okay. You can also use matte medium. That helps the paint stay together more. You just want to make this circular motion. Oh, here's the kitty. Black kitty. Happy Halloween, she says. Good Lord. No, you can't get up here, Kelly. You gotta get down. All right, and see how I went a little bit more of the blue in the corners just to darken it up. And then I'll grab more blue, and it gets darker and darker as we just keep adding more just blue to the brush instead of blue and white. Okay, I'm gonna need a little bit more blue. I'm using phthalo blue. I haven't done it with purple yet, but I do want to try it with purple. I need to try it with purple just to see if we love it. All right, and then once we get down here, just finish with the blue. If you are painting on a canvas, don't forget your edges. You'll want to paint along the edges, so when you're all finished, you have a finished looking painting. And having the edges done always makes it look nice. All right. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I actually took the day off so I could go live with you guys, so I'm super excited to be here. What else? What else? Okay, once you're done with that, I like the streaking in here. I might even add a little bit more white streaks around it. Yeah, I like the moonlit streaky factor. All right, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse out my brush. And dry it, squeeze it on my paper towel, get all that paint out. And then I'm gonna add white again to my brush and go in the middle. And the paint on the outside is still wet, so I'm just gonna kind of blend that circle a little bit more. And you don't have to go all the way to the middle. Like, I would leave the very, very middle as light as you can, but it's okay if we go like a little bit of the light blue, because our moon is going to be around it, so that'll just be kind of the brightest part of our moon. All right, so fun. So now we're going to let the background dry, and we can look at these. So we're going to need black for the background. These are really simple shapes that we can break up, and I just want to see if you can see me. So I'm going to go here, and yeah, there we go, right here. We can break up. Oh, and no question, no. All right, I just want to be able to say hello. Okay, hello. Okay, we're all back now. Okay, yay. Perfect. All right, so I will turn that. Perfect. Awesome. Got the chat on. Okay, so since that will take a little bit to dry, I'm going to go ahead and just dry it with my blow dryer real quick. So you're going to hear that off to the side here. Okay, yep, that's a lot quicker than waiting for it to dry with you guys here live. So, okay. Okay, so the next step, we can kind of wait for the moon. I feel like it's a little bit still tender in the middle there. And then I do have this fun black cat that, I don't know, I just like the eyes better, but we'll just go with this today. Okay, so I'm going to take that same big brush that I have. It's about 1/4 of an inch. And now we're going to go do the bottom, and we're going to fill in some of our black down here. Okay? So again, you're going to start just, I don't know, not even maybe 1/2 inch. And we're just going to go up to like 1/4, like maybe right to here. So you can give yourself some markers if you want, you know, as high as you want to go for the mountain or that hill. And then you kind of just want to start down here, not very far, same over here. And then you'll just connect those and just make a nice little hill. And then you're just going to cover that all in black, and that'll give us our hill. Nice. Do you guys have any Halloween plans today? I'm going to take my kiddos trick-or-treating. My little man is going to be Luigi. with a Poltergust 3000, so from Luigi's Mansion, if you guys know it. And my daughter's going as a hockey player. And I'm going to be Helen Gravely from the Luigi's Mansion. So it'll be a fun night of trick-or-treating. It's always a bummer when it's in the middle of the week, though, because it feels just a little bit more rushed because you still got to get up and go to school. So, all right, so I have my little hill. And now we're going to do just the little pieces, okay? And so we'll start with our house. Okay, and I want you to go ahead and load up your brush. And you're going to make a little rectangle right here. You're going to just put a triangle on top of the rectangle. And then you're going to paint it all in. So simple, simple shapes. Got a little rectangle, little arrow kind of right there. All right. And then I'm going to make a taller rectangle. And then another rectangle this way. So I have to top them off, I guess. Okay. And then you're just going to do a skinnier triangle. And if you need a smaller brush, go ahead and grab a smaller brush if that will make it easier. And then another triangle up there. And then this guy is going to kind of connect to the house. So you're going to paint that all in right there. Okay? And then just fill in your triangle and your rectangle. And I might change over to like a medium brush. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get a smaller brush for my smaller items, silhouetted items we're going to add here. Okay, so I'm going to do this round brush. Looks like it's a 4. And I'll get just a little bit wet, dry it off on my paper towel, and then load it up with black. I kind of twirl it in my paint and pull, and that gives me kind of a sharper round point. Okay. Oh, I dropped a little droplet. I'm just gonna pick that up with my paper towel. Okay, so I like the spooky factor where I did the little curlicues on the edges. So I'm just going to add some of those. And that is, you can either go from the outside in or from the inside out. And so you're just making little curlicues. And that's like a fun little haunted house on the hill there. Okay. And then next, I'm going to add our little gate that is going to be behind our haunted house. And so that's just going to be basically two thin lines there, and then 2 thin lines that go over about to there. Okay, about the little bit past the middle of the canvas. And you can put whatever you want on your hill. This is where you can totally get creative. All right, and then we're just going to give ourselves some crooked fences. And so a lighter touch is going to give you a lighter line. Can you see that okay? And I'm just going to go not straight up and down, but kind of crooked on some of them, like this. And then we're going to do little arrows at the top. Okay, get the glare off there. And then same thing over here, couple. Oh, that one was a little thick, but it's fine. We'll add a highlight on it. All right, and then we got our little gate. And then I usually like to put like that creepy tree over here. And so I'm going to do a trunk and then some spooky arms and then just go up from there. Okay, I also like the cross. I also do like a gravestone. So usually over here I add like a little gravestone. And then in the middle here, I don't want the tree to go too much taller than this. So I'm going to give myself a mark just so I don't get carried away, because sometimes I get carried away. Okay, so let's see. We're going to make a rectangle here and kind of make it fat at the bottom. So just like a tree trunk, but it's just a rectangle shape. And I'm going to give myself my mark here so I don't go too much higher than that. Okay, and then we're going to do the creepy grasping arms. So you kind of just draw yourself a little arch for each arm. And then off of the arm, you can kind of make it thicker towards the tree here. And then blend in with the, so just a little thicker by the tree trunk. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to add some kind of creepy vines going down, and you just kind of wiggle your brush as you go down. And that'll give you that creepy vibe. So again, rolling my brush to get like a sharper point. And then I'll just wiggle my brush. All right, nice. Okay, and then from there, we're just gonna go kind of out to a Y shape, kind of like this. Or a V, I guess we're just adding a V. And then from there, you kind of just keep adding little V's off to the and you can add as many or as little as you want. You can wiggle the brush to get those crooked reaching branches there. Oh, see, I already went above my line. See, you gotta give yourself a stopping point, because you just get into the painting of it. All right, I feel like I could add my cross still right here, maybe. I'm gonna add my cross over here for my gravestones. All right. And then I'll have pumpkins in there, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put my pumpkins. Maybe one right here. I'll put a pumpkin here. So I'll just make a little circle. So I'm going to put a pumpkin right there, and then I'll probably put one down in the black. So I don't really need to paint anything else. Okay, see how easy that was to make that silhouette? Oh, let's add bats before you're completely done with the black. Let's add bats. I'm going to add one. Let's see. I'm going to add a little bat. So you're just going to make the ears, little triangles. Okay. Well, I guess I'll zoom in a little bit here. So you're going to make just two little ears. And then I'm going to make a V shape. And that's going to be his little body. And then you're going to go up, make a point, up, make a point. And then just fill in his little wing. Up, make a point, up, make a point, and then fill in his wing. Okay. Make a little bat there. And maybe one more over here. So a little triangle for the body. It's almost like a heart shape, really. That one I just did one little triangle kind of off to the side. Okay, perfect. Now you can rinse out your brush. Okay, so next we're gonna add the fun little dots. Before you get to your moon and your cat, we're gonna add these fun little stars, okay? Because you kind of want to do your background and come forward. So that's why we're dealing with everything in the back. So I have a couple brushes that have a pretty flat bottom on the brush. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of my yellow paint. And I have white. Wow, when did that fall? Wow. Okay. There we go. Did that come back? Okay, perfect. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. And I have my white. Technical difficulties. It's fine. See, I'm out of camera, so get off of there, I guess. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to take the back of my brush. And you can also take like a smaller brush, but I kind of like the circles that the back of your brush give. And so, you know, one's a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go with the smaller one. And I'm just going to tap it into the white. And I'm going to make 3 dots. I'm going to do this first. I'm just, you know, placing 3 dots. Bump, bump, bump. In a couple spots. All right. And without washing it off, I'm going to take the yellow now. And I'm going to do 2 little dots of yellow. So fun. All right, and now I'm going to get both until you like it, until you think you like the kind of dots in the sky. I think that's a good amount to me. I like they're fun. Okay. So shall we get to our moon? Okay, so I'm probably going to need a little bit more white paint. I really want that out of the way there. Okay. Squeeze some more white paint out. I'm almost out on this bottle. Okay, so I think maybe a round brush would be good for this step, or a smaller medium brush, maybe even a flat one would be good. And all we're doing is we're kind of making a C, or a moon shape, crescent shape. And so you're going to give yourself, again, some markers. So I'm going to load up my brush here. And I'm going to start the moon about here and end it here. Okay, and then as I go back this way, I think the inside is going to be there. And so I'm going to connect those. Connect it to the inside and then to the outside. So right now I'm just making a C. Okay, and then I'm going to go, let's see, the outside of the moon, I think I'm going to be about that thick. Okay, and so now I'm just going to arc it until it goes into that corner. Until it meets up. And you want to taper it to a sharp edge on the top and the bottom. And then we're going to fill it in. The reason we're filling it with white is because yellow paint is very see-through. And so if we put the yellow right on top, then it would not really show up. It wouldn't really cover very well. So we cover it first in white to kind of cover the background. And that's the beautiful thing with acrylic paint, right? Like the layering that you can do. Or if you mess up, you can always paint over it. Finish that thought. Okay, so I think even when it's wet with the white, it's pretty safe to go ahead and go with your yellow. And so now we're just going to fill in that yellow moon. I love painting. It honestly relaxes me. It's one of my favorite things to do. I just find it very therapeutic. All right. Cover all my white. Fun. Look at that moon. So great. Okay, I'm going to push my canvas up a little bit. And while I have yellow on my brush, we're going to wait for that to dry, or you can get your blow dryer out again. I literally bought a blow dryer for drying arts and crafts. Isn't that funny? I don't have it for my hair. I literally have it for arts and crafts. Okay, so by now the bottom should be pretty dry. I have a hair over here on mine, so that's fun. Let's get that off of there. Little piece of hair. Come on here. Okay, got it. Okay, so now we're going to do some of our highlights. So we can go ahead, we'll start with white. I'm not going to really wash out my brush because I'm not worried about it. I'm going to just get more white on my brush. And again, this is so we can block out some of that for the yellow glow to show through the windows. We're going to block out the white so that the yellow will show through. Okay, but we can do also some highlights on the tree. And so I'm going to go to the left of everything, like the moon is shining down this way. So it's going to be to the left of everything here and then to the right edge on everything here. So that's why I'm putting it on the left on this side and then the right on this side. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so more white. I kind of feel like we got a lot of yellow in there, but that's okay. Moonlit. Okay, and so we're going to go to the left of these trees. And you can also get a smaller brush for this, just so you don't make too big of marks. But a lighter touch will also give you a thinner line. So, all right, to the left of my tree. Yep, I might want a little bit of a smaller brush, I think. I'm going to try this little medium because he's flat. He's got like a flat head. It's like a flat brush. And so that'll help get nice little skinny highlights in there. There we go. And you can kind of just do it to all the edges. And I would say on the tree, add some of that yellow in. Also, you can tap. Go to the left of my gravestone there. Give that a little highlight. And then the moon is kind of directly above this guy. So I'm going to do a little bit of a top of that one. All right, and then I'm going to add a couple small little lines to the top there. And it's just highlights, just little dashes, dots, and it's just going to add that fun highlight. Now the moon's here, so instead on the left, we're going to go on the right side because the moon's hitting from this side. Okay, so kind of the top here, and then to the left, or no, to the right, sorry. My bad. And then I'm just gonna You can make little triangles on the top so they kind of stick out. Just little lines everywhere, kind of highlight, just gives it a little bit of dimension. Okay, and then with the white on our brush, I'm going to make a line where I want my window on the bottom of the window, and then I'm just going to make a oval top, like an oval shaped top, and then color that in. Okay, I'm going to do that on each little castle top we have here. What do you call that? Little tower, I guess. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, just we could do a circle window in here. I don't know, I like the, so straight on the bottom and then a rounded top. All right, looking good. You can give your bats a little highlight. Maybe along the bottom for that little guy. Little dots and dashes. Oh my gosh, see how cute and fun and easy it comes together? I love it so much. This is one of my favorite paintings, honestly. It really is. Okay, so I need this to dry a little bit. So how's our yellow? It's a little bit tacky. So try not to touch your yellow, but we're gonna go ahead and while this is drying down here, before we add any more, we're gonna go back up to our moon and address the kitty cat. Okay, so with the cat, we're also gonna make it just easy shapes again, okay? So I'm gonna go back to my round brush and roll on some of my black paint. And you want your hat to be about there. And then we're just going to do like a little circle for the head. I kind of have too much water on my brush, but so dry it off if you need to. Okay, and then we're going to do an oval for the body. And then my son, he says about our black cat, she looks like a burnt turkey because of her little hind legs. And so I'm going to make 2 more little ovals for her, you know, their back legs, how they go. And then from there, your tail is going to come up and do its little curly cue. All right, and then you're just going to fill that all in. And you got your little kitty cat. Now we're going to make a little, so I'm going to make that brim just a little bit longer. And then in the middle, I'm going to make a triangle kind of off to the side, kind of make it fun and pointed. And it can go up into the moon even. That's okay. And this is where you can get, you know, clever and fun with whatever you want to add. And then we'll add some highlights to the black kitty once that's all dry. So we'll let that dry. Make any touch-ups that you want. Fill in the black all the way. So much fun. Make sure the cat is actually sitting on the moon. Meow. Okay. Meow. Pretty kitty. Kitty. All right, I'm going to leave the black on my brush. Maybe not. This is kind of a thicker brush. We did learn that. I'm going to go back to my flat brush and put black on there. All right. And we're going to make, I'm going to fill it with black paint. And we're going to do our, oh no, nope, you're right. You're right. Not quite yet. Let's fill it with some orange and yellow. So I just need a touch of one. All right, so I'm going to grab orange and yellow on my paintbrush and I'm going to fill in my windows with the orange and the yellow paint. So fun. And you can follow the same thing where like maybe the orange is darker on this side and then more yellow on this side closer to the moon. It might be more yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to also do some orange and yellow on top of some of the white we painted. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. So fun. And then this little pumpkin guy, you can make a little jack-o'-lantern face on any of the pumpkins that you made. And just do the white paint first. I'm going to do a little smiley. So you just want to do the white paint and then the orange and yellow on top. And I forgot to give him a little stem. Put a little stem on him. So I got two brushes going right now. It's fine. All right, I'm back to that flat brush and I'm going to go back over to my windows. They're probably not totally dry, but I'm going to make a line down the middle. And two, and you can make these lines kind of crooked. Okay, yeah, maybe we should wait for that to dry. Wait for it to dry. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and dry mine real quick just so you guys don't have to wait for me. Okay, so I'm gonna just go off to the side here. You're gonna hear the blow dryer again. So this is fun. Thanks so much for joining me today and like painting with me. This is so much fun. Okay, so that's dry now. So it won't, the black will stand out a lot more. So I'm going to go over this line. There we go. And same thing, add a straight line and some curved lines. Straight and curved. All right, so fun. Rinse out that brush for a second. And now we're gonna add some highlights to the kitty. Oh, I forgot my whiskers. I guess you don't have to put the whiskers on, but, oh, I did black. Highlights. Highlights are white and yellow. So I'm going to do a little bit of the lighter white and a little bit of touch of yellow. And again, just little dots, quick dashes and dots. And we're just going to kind of outline them. Oh, too wet, my brush. Too wet. So just dry off your brush if it does get too wet. Okay, I got a lot of white and a lot of yellow. And I'm going to just kind of outline the tail. Outlines of the body here and the hat. And I'm just going to kind of go all the way around the kitty. Just add little highlights. And even there you can do like cute little dots. I don't know, I love the dots. Dots are fun. Like you notice on Christmas ornaments when they put, you know, names and stuff, they always just do like this 3-dot thing. And it makes it so cute. I don't know, it's adorable. Did you see my snitch tattoo? My daughter gave me that last night. She's so cute. All right. Now that my moon is, I don't know, it's like too yellow for me. So I'm just gonna, I just want variation in there. So I'm just gonna add a couple strokes of white to that just because I want variation in it. Okay. And grab some yellow and orange. Go down here to my little jack-o'-lantern. Fill him in. and do any other highlights that you might need. All right, and now we get to pick our spooky quote. Oh my gosh, I love this painting so much. It's so fun. You don't have to put writing down here. You can even put Happy Halloween or something. You can also use these Posca markers. I also found this one. They have a lot of different acrylic markers nowadays. And so, you know, if you like your writing and you want to do that, you can. This one has like a fine tip to it. Let's see, would that work pretty good? Yeah. So I don't know. I love the markers for writing because it's just, I don't know, less stressful, I feel like. But I guess we're painting, so I'll also show you this. So usually I put a spell on you, and I just write, I put a and on you pretty small, and so I start with spell. So should we do that, or should we do something different today? Should we do Hocus Pocus? Happy Halloween? What do you think? Which should we do? I put a spell on you. Let's do, I guess we'll just do spell. That way we're like keeping up with what I said I was going to give you, I guess. Okay. All right. So again, start with that white, and I'm going to do an S. P. And then the E, L, and L I'm going to do together, okay? And the brush naturally puts that thicker line over on this side. And that's just because the brush does that naturally. I'm going to put that a little bit bigger. All right, so we have our basic kind of shape. I'm going to tap the back of my brush into this guy and give myself those 3 cute dots all over the place. There we go. And this little liner brush I think is better for the smaller font because it's pretty small. So I'm gonna, this one's actually probably too long, but we're gonna try. Okay, so I put A. So and you just want to keep a lot of paint on there. Roll it to that sharp point. And we're doing all caps here. I put a spell on you. I probably should have some music on. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Any other highlights that you need to add? If you want to add spray, splatter, stars, you can add that. Anything you want. All right, gonna go back to that smaller round brush that I had, and you can even go smaller than that if you want to go to the inside. And I'm just going to grab yellow and orange, and I'm going to trace over my word here. I'm just going to keep loading my brush with yellow and orange. It's so fun. And see, I even went on the outside and I don't hate it, you know? Because the main shape of the word is solid, you know? So it kind of gives it a glowy effect a little bit. And I do orange and yellow because I just like the variations of color. I think it adds a little bit of depth. If you guys do this in purple, will you please show me? Because I really do want to see it in purple. I think that would be a good color. Add a little bit more yellow right there. So pretty. So fun. And so I did this one on watercolor paper. And so I'll put it in a frame is my favorite. So sometimes I don't always do canvas. I love paper because it's flat. I can keep more in like a book. And then if I want to display them, I can always put them in a frame, and that looks nice to me. So I love watercolor paper, even though it's acrylic painting. I just love the thickness of watercolor paper. It's one of my favorites. Very thick, nice paper. So I usually do watercolor paper or multimedia paper. Those are my two favorite papers. You know, to each their own. I don't love painting on canvas just because I don't love storing them. It's not my favorite. So even these are done on watercolor paper too. And then you put them in a nice frame. I've actually ordered a lot of 9x12 frames just so I can put them in there. So fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. You can sign your painting, of course. And I'm just so excited that you joined me today. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. And we'll catch you on the next one. Happy Halloween, guys.